Hi there, Selective Collective, the people who are drawn to this reading. Okay, so I have a few messages before we pull cards. As you can tell by the thumbnail title, this is about a particular date that seems to have a big interest through dreams. You can see it on YouTube everywhere. People feeling like that is the date, or that they know an approximate time of being September 23rd, 24th, 25th, around that date, right, of rapture. So I'm curious about it. I'm interested. I feel like it would be good to do a reading with me as a channeler, not I want to make it very clear, like, not as prophecy. I'm not here to prophesy over anything. I'm here to make an inquiry instead, as to why that date is so special, or why that date is appearing to many people. Of course, there's probably going to be a lot of opinions on that, but I want to touch first my opinion on rapture. Okay, so rapture, we think of rapture as being taken away, almost like to a place of complete bliss, heaven on earth in a sense. But there's another definition that some people will use of feeling like it's when they're literally taken away from this earth. So it's been taken very literally by a lot of people, but my personal opinion on it is that I don't think it is meant to be taken literally. However, I think the implication of what this period could do would be very similar to how I interpret the book of Revelations, which a revelation is a truth. It's an awakening. And there's verses, that say, those with eyes can see, those with ears will hear. So the way that I view that, let me just sum up how I feel about Christ consciousness. I call it Christ consciousness. In some way, I feel like I'm coming more and more to a conclusion of us being mainly energy and consciousness itself. Maybe an energy that went outside of this avatar is able to create almost instantly whatever you want, anytime you want. So I do lean to the idea that is probably what we are. And with that being said, then I feel like Christ consciousness is as mentioned in different readings, but I don't feel like it has to even be mentioned to be felt. I don't think it excludes anybody, and I don't follow any absolute doctrines on the actual person. Though I'm not saying that wasn't true, but I'm saying that I think that what the awakening, or those with eyes to see, ears to hear, will be about, and possibly what this date even has to do with, but we will see what the cards want to say about it, right? That's usually my go-to. But I feel like it's going to be this consciousness that you prepare for, because it does say always stay prepared. I feel like everybody is going to experience a love like they've never before, because of some kind of energy that's been moving around this earth, trying to control it for a very long time. It almost like it kind of like put a veil or a shield like that prevented this energy from actually coming full force to all of us. But I think that would be changing, right? So in my opinion, that it would be when this consciousness comes down and everybody is all of a sudden aware of this beautiful love and peace that can exist here, that has had a hard time existing in the past because of certain forces fighting against it. So, like a mass awakening. And so the heart that's wanting to receive love, the heart that truly has good intentions, isn't trying to actually hurt another person, they're going to be seen. And I feel like they're going to be seen by that energy, and they're going to feel that type of love. I also feel like judgment comes into play a little bit for those maybe that have had ill intentions or have tried to block that type of unconditional love and compassion. Will probably feel like they're under judgment, but only because their eyes will finally see and their ears will finally hear, and then their heart will like be cracked open. So yeah, in that sense, if you look at it that way, it might mean difficulties for some people, and it might mean absolute bliss and rapture for others. Okay, so that's just my opinion on this, but there's that Saturn energy, there's that control, time. Let's see what else comes with it. So this is that energy that I'm talking about, like a Saturn energy of I want to control, put restrictions, make things difficult, make things very difficult. Okay, I always feel like we're kind of busting out of a timeline when I see this card too. Changing timelines, switching timelines. I think that's why this date is so very important. It will be the creation of new mental clarity. It's an out of this world creation. I feel like it's going to bring peace like none we've ever experienced before. It feels like some energies are like that come from this Saturn of control and greed and killing and just not good stuff, right? I feel like their switch is going to get turned off. Like whatever power was feeding it, something's going to just shut it off. As well as for on the brighter side of things, as well as like, you know, if you're watching this and you're still with me, come on, then you're actually interested in what I'm having to say here. So for you, it will be a switch that cracks the rest of you didn't know your heart could open more, and it will. You didn't know you could experience a love like this. So this is really powerful. I don't think it's mass psychosis, but I think it's been interpreted, you know, I think it's been being interpreted literally, which I feel like maybe it was our mistake with reading some spiritual text and religious texts in the past, was looking into things too literally and then missing the whole meaning or purpose behind it. But I'm not gonna, but if your view is different, just know that your view is also like accepted here with the wide open heart of mine. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I just want to say what I'm feeling right now about this. Okay, the androgen. Mm. Yeah, they're saying that this date is bringing in these energies, right? This one that gets the light switch turned off on it, pretty sure. This is the clarity of mind, of sight, of your senses, actually being able to embody this energy the way that it was supposed to, with no like control or anything holding it back from being all accepting, all loving, all powerful. And I think it is the all powerful consciousness. Anyway, okay, so I have creating something like I have night and day here. I'm taking that to mean that it's going to be like night and day. You have two energies coming together. I'm seeing this as masculine, feminine energies. And yeah, I actually do think people are being brought together that have, I think there is a connection between, like, if you just to go from my heart space of what I feel like there is a connection between twin flames and the 144 frequency that's mentioned in Revelations. I feel like they're part of groups. Mind you, that doesn't have to be a romantic person either all the time. That relationship is just, it's important for the power that it can bring when together. Difficult at times to even get together, but this energy could do it. Because there's two rainbows, so there's a promise here. It's like a you know, double your enjoyment here, double your bright future happiness. Okay, we have this sweet little spider hanging down, hasn't created the web yet. When the web is created, these connections will be more connected. So I feel like those dates are important for heart connections, spiritual gifts and abilities that allow us to connect and transfer information a little bit better. This might even have to do with unlocking. I don't know if that's the right word. The 12-strand DNA, the divine blueprint for healing yourself, for you being really in a very high vibe, loving frequency. This energy solves all problems. Just that going back to the original divine DNA would be that each individual could solve just about all of their problems, which would help all of the world's problems. There's going to be, I'm feeling positive about this. I'm feeling positive about this. So these connections, yeah, okay, so stronger connections, stronger telepathy is what I'm talking about, and heart connections, more synchronicities, more miracles. Christ consciousness was known for transcending everything earthly, absolutely everything. All of the miracles were to show that you had control and power through love, though. That was the main doctrine, is through love. Love is an energy that is not a Valentine's Day card. It's an energy. You work with it. You create with it. This is creating with that. This is creative passion, the new project from Spirit. But yeah, able to walk on water, make wine from water, produce extra hundreds loaves of bread, multiplying the fish, casting demonic energies out with just a command. And it is not my prophecy that people are supposed to be doing those things again, and even states, and more and bigger than I even did, meaning from Jesus or Yeshua or Christ. So there has to be a time like that we're moving towards. And so I feel, I don't know, I'm just feeling really compelled that there's something to those dates as far as this consciousness. The cleansing of the blood. The cleansing of the blood. So the blood, our blood, when these things are moved up and out of our system energetically, the things that were maybe inhibiting that 12-strand DNA, or things that were making it more difficult to access Christ consciousness, I feel like are going to be removed. Metaphorically, the blood made clean, healed, by moving something heavy out. So there could be a time where things are also exposed and things get moved out appropriately. What else is that date significant about? What else is significant about it? The mask and the poet. See, it says something's going to be revealed. To hearts, to all minds. Everyone will have eyes to see and ears to hear. It will be made well known what's been going on here in this dark spot. The mask will come off for many. Their true selves revealed, their hearts revealed. Okay, that's why, I feel like that's why it's so important to prepare the heart. What does your heart say about you? Does it, like, not what you can sit, not the times you think you've messed up, not the situation not being just perfect or just right, but what does your heart say, you know, to you about who you are? Because that will be revealed, and for a lot of you, that's going to be a really good thing. For all of you, if you're watching this, it's going to be a good thing for your heart to be completely revealed. So it's going to be very emotional. We have the ocean. I have the ocean. I have this strong color blue here in the middle too, don't I? With the blue rose. This is also saying a mask of those who have been abusing control, okay, will be removed. Their truths revealed. Same as like saying the heart will be shown. Won't be able to wear a mask behind a doctorate, a fancy position at a company, a fancy car, whatever it is that we all have been guilty of putting first at times in our life, but these energies literally hide behind it. A certain status, a certain cover-up energy is what I'm getting. And we have the creator, beautiful, right underneath the card. That means a creative project is going to be made that has no name. It has been, it is uncreated as yet to this point. It's going to be very emotional. We're going to feel as connected as if we were all droplets in the ocean, I feel like. We're going to feel the flow of that Christ consciousness energy more. I feel like it's even going to do away with a lot of what we look at as being like personality issues with some people or behavior issues. I think it might even like a light switch, like for some, because it's like they're going to be conscious of everything. And this energy right here I'm getting has made it a point to dull the consciousness of who you are. And if you are consciousness but you're not being very conscious about what's going on, then this energy is in control. There's lots of medicines that stop us from, being able to really connect with that. Okay, so when this energy comes, it's gonna override everything in the best way possible, I think. And it's here to create. It's here to create. People, I feel like, are going to start offering up themselves in service and love and compassion because it's going to make them feel so good. Not just because it's the right thing to do, but because when you feel what an energy has done for yourself in the most positive way, that you're going to want somebody else to feel that. This offering up in service is what I'm getting with that. Okay. So those are the main messages that I'm getting. Definitely here to create something big, beautiful, important. And this is about creation. So that date is about creation. On the split, 16, 1 and 6. Things will never be the same. This is the tower energy coming in to bring it all down, to bring in truth, swords and scales. Truth that sees to the heart. What does it say? Judge not by your works. Like I said, some energies have very good masks on. This, oh well, that's the sword of truth. It's the justice. And then the Namkara is unconditional love. And I just keep hearing available to all. And I'm hearing the energy is what casts judgment, if you want to look at it like that, to this energy here. If you want to look at like it's okay, and the best way for me to say it is in the book of Enoch. There is a part on there that says judgment is built into the planets, judgment is built into the moon, judgment is built into the alignments, meaning that's what, and it really is no sense to judge. Everything has a time and a place for a consequence, you could say. That's why certain planetary alignments are going to affect some people different than others. And oh my goodness, we really have a card within a few weeks, guys. And still have the sword and scales on the bottom. But anyway, I'm sorry, I get distracted. I was saying that planetary alignment, so Saturn and Uranus, or let's just say, oh well, doesn't matter, any kind of placement. It's going to have a different effects on different people. One, based on their awareness, maybe of what the energy is going to do, or the shift that they're feeling. Two, because of the things their heart has set into motion. So it will affect people differently. So anyway, I thought that was a neat way of putting that, and you not putting it like that. All right, so that's what I have. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of put my heart into that reading, and hey, we'll just see, right? We'll see. Love.